Started off an investigation into one member of staff subsequently was uncovering the largest prison conspiracy in the UK.
Okay, how did you that? Hey Vic, wait a minute.
Smuggling contraband into prisons can be a lucrative criminal business, and sometimes members of staff get involved. That's why South Yorkshire Police has a prison acting as a
You got your stuff on you. You got your stuff on you. Hey, but that's good fun, sorry, bro. Look, you have to off yours back when it's so fast, babe.
In September 2019, staff at HMK contacted inmates when they discovered a high number of mobile phones inside the prison, as well as a large amount of drugs. The 10 of the prisons were identified and reported. Early on in the investigation, a name that came to light was Amy Hatfield. Amy Hatfield was a mental health witness in the prison. Staff were reasonably concerned about the connections in fact, it was a major plan. Relationships within the prison system against the law. And to the lives and teaching conflict. Executives also discovered that Amy Hatfield was suspicious enough to tie with a second prisoner, Jordan Heath. He prostituted themselves to a restaurant, so to look ready for a contraband or military The phones were sent off to forensics. Meanwhile, the amount of drug use inside the prison didn't reach dangerous levels. Names were dying as a result of drug use. Detectives believe that Amy Hatfield was involved unless she might be smuggling drugs into the prison. At that time, the information suggested that Amy Hatfield was conveyed into that prison on a regular basis. On October 24th, 2019, she arrived at around 5 to 9, entered the prison, carrying a pink gym bag over her shoulder, dressed in a long white coat, and as she made her way towards her workstation, I met them for the first time. The light at that point was turned upside down. She was asked then if she had any contraband on her, and she said, "I think it's the body now." She placed the body on the table. She told DC Jarvis she didn't know what the bottle contained. She then volunteered several third bombs on her jacket pockets. Jarvis suspected the bottles contained drugs. She then indicated that she got the package down the front of the trousers. The A5 envelope was removed and placed on the table, and you could immediately smell cannabis emanating from that. She indicated to her gym bag. It held thin-line packaging. That was the package. There were mobile phones, charging cables, testosterone products, steroids, vitamin, and a large amount of MDMA. See the quantities that we found on her changed the picture completely. This was much bigger than we ever could imagine. Now, the bottom of suspicious liquid was also found in Hatfield's office. Police sent off the home for forensic analysis. On her phone, they discovered messages she'd sent to inmate Joseph Whittingham. The day before she was arrested, there was a message from her to Joseph, which simply read, "Alex, what is your link to why I couldn't get to you today?" Now, that told us the previous day she conveyed illicit articles into that prison that clearly hadn't made their way to Joe at that time. Joseph Whittingham is arrested. There, they found a large amount of cash. The bank what was found in the funds were significant transactions in the field, taking payment for collecting the outcome, which was limited on healthcare visits for students who looked at the things. Inside the Hatfield's house, police found evidence that suggested more people were involved. They also found an medical Edam's court ward. So she was clearly a person of interest. Forensic analysis of the phone sequence associates with drugs on him to visit Jordan and build in prison. They also looked at the opportunity of intercepting inmates going to hospital from smuggling. Messages also revealed that they discussed in items over 50 weeks. Police also discovered CCTV footage of another inmate's girlfriend smuggling drugs in during a prison visit. As she entered the prison and walked the staircase, she's fueled by an associate as she places it up the top. She then captures her. Large conspiracy involving.
Did you put it to you, by the way?
Within HMP
Oh, gotcha.
but also their relatives and partners on the outside. Detectives discovered that the gang also planned some other That's really concerning. That being searched and recovered all through lives, which is a real relief to us. When forensics finally came back from the liquid handling and smudged in, police were shocked to find out it was spotted a synthetic drug. Spotted in this psychoactive substance that is incredibly dangerous. Most people actually take it, some cases can get killed, seriously. The 2 litres have been recycled in and have proven that they have the importance of a big impact. This was one of his personal investigators. On the 18th of December, with a massive number of names now that were involved in this conspiracy. Each time staff making the police launched coordinated strikes and arrested the gang. In 2023, 17 people were arrested.
Oh, man.
And it's believed to be the largest prison smuggling conspiracy in British history. Prisoner Joseph Whittingham was jailed for a further 11 years, 4 months. Fellow inmate Jordan Whittingham, 9 years, 6 months. National institution what we don't want in the Apple continue to strive to make
That is an incredible, very bold to this fight. Can you imagine losing all the staff was subjected to that? It really is.
Now, have you ever driven past one of these? At least it was inside. Actually, it's much more than that. Looks more like it's on wheels. Other brands are available, of course. Now, Phillips one got fixed Jenny Shaw. Along with Silver, Bobby Van, won't you both? Jenny, what's so special about this van then?
Well, the van is really just a mobile workshop. So the workshop Bobby has shop for 25 years now. It's been securing the homes of people over 60 or those over 18 with a registered disability in Swindon and Wiltshire. It's just fantastic. And as well as all the practical things that this van offers, you also offer advice on crime reduction, reassurance to people, and you help keep people safe online. Well, quite often the fear of crime is worse than the crime itself. So you can get the team going into a home and actually learn speaking with property, rebuilding someone's confidence. And yes, that's our new initiative. So again, it's open to people over 60 or those over 18 with a registered disability. And we have a team of 9 wonderful volunteers who go to your home and teach you how to recognise fraud and what to do if you can scout.
Isn't it? I mean, one of the other things you can do is actually cut some heat so people so desperately need it. Yeah, why do they need those? Well, cooking people are very much if we think what the property or the property say or family needs, so we get there and then. Well, you've just done it. You've said there and then. We're live. I'm going to put to the test. But jump in. I want you to tell us just how long it would take you to cut these if we needed to do it there and then.
Yeah,
I should definitely take on the floor.
It really is like a one-stop shop, isn't it? You know,
just pull up and do it straight away. So you put the key in there, sticking it in, and then we go start the machine. Okay. No, it's a little bit loud.
Oh, that's fucking. Oh!
And is that it, Lee? The quick
well, that's what
Yeah. So there's lots of reasons why you would do that for people, but it's there, so you could literally pull up at someone's house, get that done, and it's done there and then. Yeah. Really, really helpful for people that need it.
It's just part of the service we deliver, but I say that all this is the conversation.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's all going to take it into your. Yeah.
free of charge as well. It roots in the community. A lot easier for people, to have it through the van rather than going to a hardware store. And as well as all this, what's the yellow wristband that you've got? Oh, you've got one as well, Nick. So this is part of a new initiative that you're rolling out with the van as well. That's right. So we're approached by Wiltshire Police, and we work very closely with them. to investigate the funding of dementia vans in Malta. It's a scheme that's been launched by Somerset for these very successfully. So it just seems really sense for us to try and replicate that scheme. So we were approached with funding from Experience Construction, from Wiltshire Alzheimer's Society and Carer Society, and also funding from our own PCC. And we've managed to buy enough vans. Anybody in the Wiltshire who experiences dementia can wear one.
So we'll just hold it up there, Christian, because we've got the QR code on there, and that's what's so important about this. So you'll just scan that with a mobile phone.
Yes, well, you scan it, you get the details of that person's carer. You can contact that carer and say, "Thank you, you look lost." Yeah, I'm sure that carer would be great to spend the life. Or you can through 999.
So important, and I think you mentioned this other things in there. One of the messaging boxes from
Yes.
your stuff.
Yeah, the message you've got more is that it's a grassroots scheme supported by the right thing about it. You know, and it's a form. I would just put the medical details of anybody, medical details, the
So it's really important information that the link, you say the emergency services, or the company, and then it gets up to that home. What's important about where this is located?
well, the actually come to the house drive-through, so the emergency services know exactly where it's and to support that as well, it's over
Yeah.
wants to be doing for second.
It's so simple.
It really is simple. This is a brilliant mobile phone. Unfortunately not. The most important part of this relationship is really the relationship with your police service. That's how we get the majority of our referrals and our data. And we are very lucky with in Wiltshire.
And Mick, I know you did many, many years in the police. Final word for you, if there was one bit of advice you would give people to keep their homes safe, what would that be?
I think that the main one would be that if you go and have
Oh, my back, I'm getting old, babe.
make sure that those within the 99% burglars sure. Just the get there, keep yourself safe.
Great advice. Fantastic. Thank you both
Thank you.
for coming in. Now, sticking with volunteers in the community, how the officer tackling rural crime on 4 legs. Let's take it to the next stop.
Most people's coming in. If they've been controlling who's taken, I look at about the other ones who volunteers through some of it work, who's like I said, sometimes it's a real tragedy, who probably were getting together. So I thought, for me personally, it was an opportunity to try and help me back out with the fun, and also be able to write with. The rural volunteers are a group of volunteers who have voices and we basically guide couples who are a couples who live in all parts of the community we have a house of the last about the other volunteers they can just go put down to the actual how we can really get to get to the advertise we need to control a little bit more. When farmers who get machine and solar or possible soil, it's extremely debilitating. Financially, it's extremely demoralising. Also, financially, farming is a business at the end of the day. They have to run tax on their own debt hours, they're able to earn by year just to earn money.
Get a range of issues from batteries, also we get coaching, so driving across field, and they'll just drive over here and take you So we are giving it time to do the time. And we'll just be more on about
It actually been really happy to see in the lot of clothes. You get access to a lot of the more colonial part of the countryside through to private roads like one now and like missing pathways you have to get to quite easily. I really prefer many living and it's just really nice, especially on days you got weather like we have today. You think like the countryside, you have the fresh air, you get the full of air, it's quite nice to get in with countryside. So I actually love it. She's pretty good at it. She's not that bit. She's used to quite bad to read everything else. So she's quite good at set up for us.
a band of volunteers through a friend who's in the police force. I think this is it's just an extra help in stopping this woman. And I wonder if any of this lot took place. And first we've got Mohammed Ahmed Barluli, but he uses a lot of aliases, Ahmed Ahmed Barluli, Yain Zamari, and Danny Mosik. In charge of the great effective event last year that escaped custody. Police say he has links in London, Cambridgeshire, France, France and Algeria. This here is Victor Braga. He was charged with rape of 2022. The trial was set for December last year. He's since gone to ground. 29, 182 sentences for four dark men originally from the actor. This here is Walter Ali, known by the names Alan Dora and Carl Gee. He was charged and convicted of rape, however, he failed to appear in sentencing and has since disappeared. He was sentenced to 8 years in prison in his absence. The 47-year-old was originally from Bangladesh and has closely exported to black so prison, but they believe may now be in London. And this here is Oliver Delaney, but he also uses the name with a Y. Thames Valley Police have been in connection to serious offences. 2052, Scotty with a book. He has several tattoos on his right arm, one of the first with the word Benny and one with a heart. So he has links to Buckinghamshire, the West Midlands, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. If you know the whereabouts of any of these men, please do get in touch using the numbers.
This time we have to bring you a good result on a past appeal. In September 2021, Dorset Police appealed for information about a rape that happened in the scene next to Bournemouth. On April, the victim who was a 15-year-old girl lost the phone from this teenager
Thanks for watching today. Remember to catch up on contact and you get so and that's what it's definitely days. Tomorrow, a devastating with the
More than 11. About his wife, my beautiful family,
here's one last look at today's wanted faces. We'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. straight to 6.
welcome to Wednesday's programme.
In a moment, City of London police are here, hoping to find the owners of these bikes, which they recovered after being foiled at criminal gang who nicked over £100,000 worth of bikes across London.
We'll also be hearing the rumor of John Luker, the Leeds businessman who was killed 20 years ago.
I think this was a pre-planned attack. If times come forward and give us a name so that we can help get justice and we get proper.
Toby will be telling us what it would mean to his family to finally know who killed John.
And after a painful mountain fall, we're meeting Josh Taylor, whose life was saved by the Wales Air Ambulance.
If it wasn't for my friend, the Welsh Air Ambulance, and everybody that's helped me come up here, it's a simple as that. They saved my life, and I can't thank them enough.
As always, the officers and guests for today's appeals are with us throughout the programme, along with our team, who are ready to take your calls. You can scan our QR code in the phone's groups or phone page, where you've got contact details. The number to call is 08000 468 998, and you can also send us a WhatsApp message on the same number or text us 633. Start your message with the word "car." Or if you prefer, you can email us as well, cwl@bbc.
Now, last year, more than 200 bikes were reported stolen every single day. And in London, there's a theft every 16 minutes. It's why our next story made the headlines in the national press last month. Well, with VS Darren Norman now from City of London Police, thanks so much for coming in today, Darren.
So Darren, this all started as part of an operation that where the bike was stolen, which you can see now on CCTV, and that led to you identifying a number of huge, great operation. You can see it hit in a second. And this was in central London. So this was during the lockdown as well. It's quite high at the time. But that's where it all started then. So a bike was stolen, and what did that lead to?
That bike was then located in an industrial building just outside the city in East London. That address was searched and you can see over the bike still
Huge. You see how
It was like bikes, wasn't it?
yeah, as well as all the buildings on it.
A huge amount of money, over £100,000 worth. I mean, it was lucky, really, wasn't it? That the warehouse actually had CCTV that you could go
the deliverance of them, and then you do physically handling it.
operation. You were able to obviously see the phones, through the exchange of messages between them.
So they were, see here, they were discussing how many bikes they've got in possession. They were taking photographs of bikes with together. It's great evidence, isn't it? You said proving that they're active. So what was so the two main handlers were convicted yes, you get more in fees, I think, without
That's similar predominantly to buying the truck. Sold by their price for them, and they believe they were legitimate bike markers on. But these bikes, they meant so much to people that were stolen. Imagine earlier lockdown during lockdown, a lot of people that needed these bikes were actually working.
Yeah, so a lot of people a lot of people who end up in kind of travel on the underground bus, people buy bikes and live, and then fee for the individual a lot of tax and they've managed to get some of these bikes back to some of these people, which is great news, but there's some more that you want to repatriate. So
Third place.
there are still really positive
You can share QR code to what people will be able to do if they go to our website. If they recommend the right, it could potentially be their exit done again, that would be one that kind of got on the screen as well. It's useful for people to think. And if people are worried about the safety of their bikes, Aaron, what should they do? Have you got any advice?
invest in a good lock. Often these bikes.
Oh, sure.
Also, register your bike. There's a very special bike. One of them you need to put the phone number in. Get maybe the police.
I think Doctor's appeal this morning, over 11 years ago, had devastated arson to the life of the children into the wards with parents.
Shelter. My wife, my best friend. We both moved with the in the first day, the children were boys. They looking for a better future. They bought a sports there, and they were really delighted to be there. The boys like to play football every time. We were very, very happy. For the prayer, the Lord, I will come faithful, I will be faith, and both sons were with me. And we came back, we have dinner, maybe we have a good time together. And the kids, they all went to the back room. I always, we have a habit of checking the door, make sure everything is okay, make sure the desk is done, checked everything. I saw the children, they're all sleeping. And then I went to the bed. At approximately 1:40 in the morning, smoke started to engulf the house. Me and my wife both woke up immediately, found that you. And I took my wife, she said, she would be having some smoke. It was very, very quickly. Then I started shopping after. So yeah, completely. So I tried to get all the things and the starch. I tried to reach them. It was so dark. There was smoke everywhere. I can't see anything. It was just I trying to feel it. Something. It was coming. With flames starting to rise to the top floor. Dr. Shakur felt the only way to save his family was to jump out of the bedroom window and get help. I started preparing myself to jump. I bike, get onto it. Get myself, get hurt myself, run to the bike. I saw one of the neighbors helped me to get the children out. He scared me to go back and bring them out. He said, no, I'm going to the office, so I'm going inside. The fighting dog in the whole house. There's no way to beat it. Despite the firefighters' best efforts, each summer, their 3 sons, 6-year-old Ryan, 9-year-old Mona, 11-year-old Sophie, and 12-year-old daughter Kira, and the 3-year-old Raheem remain in a situation. And I suspected my daughter's dream. I still was. It was a hope. After 3 days fighting for her life, it's over. It's been only survived. Fire investigators suspected an accelerant had been used, and then 10 days later, it was not the same.
It wasn't until a laptop and linked to Dr. Shakur was found online the carbon whiteness had been labelled to suburban
Essex Police launched a murder investigation that would become one of the largest in the force's history.
every major crime investigation officer was after the investigation, we were able to revisit that with advances in technology. We must have forensic evidence, samples that would have been taken from the house, clothing, it's now there's no reason
Dark moon the food. The dry mind and the our broken hearts partly hear the watching. And all of us have the closure and the peace we deserve. Message is to make points of what you need to get.
I'm really confident that the answer's still lying down. It's a really tight community, and I'm hoping that 11 years on, it's going to help me to trust this information.
I know that as part of the investigation, arrest have been. Is there anything you can update us on?
So we've made several instances so far with the investigation before fairly quickly into the investigation. With 3 subsequent arrests after. Fortunately, there hasn't been sufficient evidence to charge.
Let's go back to the night. The early night. Well, what happened?
No, you're right. October 15th, just before 2 o'clock in the morning, we received a call about house fire in Barney. Dr. Nicole was the only family member to survive that fire. It came really with effects, and as a result, one of the largest consumer investigations since its launched.
Jump in that window, being to help to save his family, which sadly just couldn't do it. It's just beautiful. Now, at the time in the film, so the assumption was that it was a burglary that's somehow gone wrong. You still work with that.
We still think that's the case, and 10 days later, a laptop case that would have been in the property was found missing. So we're still working on that. So,
Now, there's also a vehicle that's of interest to you that was burned out near to the property.
we are linking both of these fires. We had a Ford Focus to the same street that was set alight at the same time. We are connecting them.
Is there any information about that in the area? Anyone that may have been in the area, anyone knows anything about that car? That could be crucial because it would make life into this. Now, how important is it to come forward and tell me that information?
We're 11 years on, allegiance has changed. The answer lies in community. So what I really hope now is that people feel comfortable. The passage of time has passed to come forward and tell us that. No matter how small, it could lead us to that existence.
So how small they might think that information is, it could be crucial to you. And if anyone needs that further incentive to come forward, they can also give their information to fire
Any information related to the conviction of
So do you know anything at all?
I don't care where you're from, if you know something about that, like, if you knew the person that did it, I don't give a fuck, babe, would you? They just killed a bunch of kids, like, how could you let them get away with it? Baby?
Indians, with violent robberies and Leeds. You first appeared on Space back in 2004. Recently, you spoke to the detective and no This
in his usual routine, putting the family together after the war. Whilst in that war, he's attacked as a victim. He was taken and dragged back to the press. He was bound, he was assaulted. They kept John downstairs. That was the plan of the bottom. They were also found with big story. Found by the radiation. All times these people who were massive. They were very, very aggressive, very violent. Demands were made, allowed them to die in family, and also zero hospital. The system to describe it originally was aggressively turned towards the white person. Partway through the idea, that changed and became quite remorseful and aggressive, human warfare, and making comments such as he was assaulted and at some point during this ordeal died of his injuries. Many resources were deployed into trying to identify who was involved. Arrests were made, but unfortunately none of those took a possible eventually get buried. In May 2004, the original investigation team finished the handout. As the Stafford was stolen, replicas of some of the Stafford swimming points, and these watches, for example, very expensive jewelry, with the £100,000 for jewelry stolen, and the most distinctive jewelry, platinum design with diamond values. Cartier watches were £35,000 on stolen. And appeal to anybody who was given that watch, stole that watch, or sent that watch on, possibly to another country, give us a name of who you received that watch from. I think this is a huge kind of attack. It's on kind of routine, and these people seem to know that routine. So it's been called impulses, misguided impulses, and also can't control things. It's to get justice in leading families.
Doing that, I think it's total distance. Thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate this. It can't be easy. So it means a lot for everyone here. As we heard, this is all about John, but also the whole. Can I just start by telling me a little bit more about what that
It was a larger than life narrative. Your father, get this thing, he was just a character. He was led by a river. So one thing.
and take it back
The next time we saw him was when he was leaving work, the offices that were in the building, and he had to come past my office to go out to the stairs. Came in, as usual, and had his big cigar. He stamped the office out, and said, please go. He did it. A few seconds later, came back and was an aircraft. I don't know what's worse. It's not worse. The cigar or the aircraft. And I said, go. That's right. And that was the last time I saw it. When he was leaving the building, heard him laughing. That's what happened. And that's the gang there. I see the calls about people doing and then he went over to Leeds with his wife. We were there at the and then at about 5:30 in the morning, I decided that I had to go for my life. I was out of wake up with the first thing you got up early in the morning and you want to see the news on TV, the news, and it was about that.
And what has the impact on your well-being?
I got it down. It ruined our business because not only was that the one side of it, so it altered our lives completely. We affected obviously my sister-in-law needs to is still affected from it. She suffered a bit from PTSD. She's continuing to have His mother sadly died 5 years to the day.
She's actually been touched with giving a second, just talking about what the impact of this has had. The advisor said it's completely turned on the fire, rambling about the heart, and anniversary, utterly destroyed, and all how it's the best. How can anybody look at this and say it's unclear numbers? Fact. Let me ask you to anybody watching this morning, what would you say to them? What are you
I'm looking for justice. I mean, it's 20 year mark. People, as we said earlier, Winston, these people that are out there, they know they're asking for evidence. The evidence that they can use in the trial. The evidence is there. The technology, the DNA, from the evidence they already have, is improved tremendously in the last 5 years. Yes, and hopefully they will get a knock on the door.
Maybe see this thing that what you said, have any relation to please be in touch and that all the way to
Now we're taken to the skies. With mental scars as well as physical.
I know that I'm going to now, I feel
I do enjoy the outdoors. I think quite a lot. And I do love it really quite serious.
On the 26th of March, 2. Also known as Slovenia, is found in July.
We've got two photos in that Helen, looking down for two finals. I can still get, I get pictures and sort of look down. My friend's down to that. Like last split. The actual stories is probably upside down in the middle. I can still see that. Initially, what went through my mind was, oh my god, I need to get down there. I went down that line, and as I was looking I ran down. It took me around 8 minutes. Straight down. I thought it was even just completely blue and not sign of life in his body. I started performing CPR. About 5 minutes after that, image services turned up, and the rescue got him back down on a stretcher and hoisted him out.
Josh was flown by a World Air Ambulance to the hospital in Stoke, where he spent 3 days in a medically induced coma. He'd broken part of his spine, fractured his skull, and suffered a cardiac arrest.
Next thing I remember, I woke up in Stoke in intensive care. Nurse came over to me and was like, "Why are you awake?" And it was just general questions like, "Where's your foot?" Like they weren't expecting it.
Josh made a miraculous recovery from his physical injuries, and he also managed to avoid any long-term psychological trauma. That's partly down to Hayley Whitehead-Wright. She's one of 2 patient liaison nurses at Wales Air Ambulance, a role created 2 years ago.
When somebody collapsed and their heart stopped beating, that's quite a psychological trauma to themselves. And to think that I was dead, I died, to have that intensive medical treatment and both that at their own best, form side, any patients end up developing PTSD. So having the patient liaison role has a great impact on their
Josh has no memory of his accident.
A lot of patients will have flashbacks and know their certain aspects of the incident. But sometimes it's harvesting. So we need to go through the process of blood pressure and that
Maybe if I'm in a position I think it may be because like she could fill in the blank, talking somebody in a nice mood and nice head and you know you can laugh about it. Absolutely, it's very helpful.
Josh's frustration and the trauma he experienced.
Flashbacks, instead, I'll scale any clip with no rope, that sort of thing. But now I look at a drop and I get very, very nervous. I've spoken with Hayley, she's a really lovely person, and any questions that you have.
Guys, I'm done for the night. It's time for me to get my head down. I'll be back on tomorrow. Peace.